they lacked a little bit of coordination last time around.
Okay.
And this lineup, it's a lot of single target stuff that kind of plays itself out, I think. And they're going to naturally want to group up. They're going to naturally want to seek kills together, and they have pretty straightforward ability casting. So I think the Bounty Hunter really feeds into that game plan, and I just say this game's going to snowball pretty damn quick one way or the other, because you have the Bounty Hunter on one side, but then you also have the kill threat of Storm, Slardar, Bloodseeker on the other side. And, I mean, Bane Mirana supports. Everyone in this game's sole purpose is to screw over one guy. I think that every hero, maybe other than Pango, does that, right? In both lineups.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's all point and click. We'll see if... Yeah, as you say, if you get ahead this game, it's going to be very hard to switch it around. There could be a lot of fighting, a lot of clashes. It's exactly what we hope to see between these two teams. And so the question is, you know, the carry bounty was picked up third. You got to imagine they knew straight away that it would be Gorg playing it. Do you like the way they responded to it with the sort of the close-up of the draft, Ghost Frogs?
Yeah, carry Bounty Hunter Bounty Hunter in general completely relies on just walking around, mobility in fights, kind of kiting people but then chasing them down. And their first pick afterwards was Bloodseeker, which completely negates the whole idea of running away. And then the next one was Slardar, who can chase you down very well and also track you down with his amplification. I lean towards favoring Lina in the mid lane against Storm.
Sure, great last pick.
And then I lean towards favoring the Slardar against the Bounty Hunter and the Bloodseeker against Pango. So there's really a lot of one-to-one direct lane counters going on. And so it's kind of like which team loses the bad lanes less. I'm going to favor more heavily here.
And when you look at sort of the setups with these dual lanes, is there a lane that you're saying straight up is going to be the hardest for a certain team here?
Probably the Bounty Hunter. I think if once Slardar gets up to level 4 or 5, especially the level 6, I don't really know where he's going to go. I think it's going to really boil down to who gets the level 6 top, because if Bounty Hunter gets level 6 first, he's going to be completely happy to leave the lane, but he's not going to be able to get level 6 anywhere if he gets it second.
Sure. And in terms of the game plan for Gorg on the carry bounty, you know, it's a carry hero, right, that you don't build any sort of farming item. You're not going to be hitting creeps at a certain point. It is going to be all in on just running at heroes and setting up for track kills for the rest of your squad.
Your GPM is actually higher if you're just hitting heroes instead of creeps. And I think as a hero like Bounty Hunter, who doesn't have a steroid for hitting creeps faster, if you and the other team are both farming, you're kind of just losing out on that.
Sure, so they need the kills.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if they get them here with the setup of the lanes. So far, first few waves, no one having too many struggles on the creeps, but top lane, I'll get the arrow, set them on to Pablo. That'll get them the first blood, Ghost Frogs. And that top lane, as you said, already off to a good start here for Ghost Frogs as they take the first bit of action.
Yeah, I think Slardar is also very nice against Grimstroke. You have Sprint to run away from the Inkswell, but then you also can close the gap on him much quicker than a lot of other melee offlaners. So by the fact that you threaten him, but he doesn't really threaten you, and Grimstroke's meant to be kind of a kill 5 position hero, I'm starting to think that people have to start banning Slardar if they're going to pick Grimstroke as a 5.
See, bottom lane, that 5 up nearly getting taken down by the 2 of them. Gonna have to be careful. Top has the farm looking for Gorg. All right so far. 9 for 0 against the 8 for 2. Mid lane, seeing a pretty even trade here. Boronier doing a good job of nuking back the wave. A lane wave, is this sort of expected for an even trade, or do sometimes you see the Lina get ahead on the first few waves?
I think Lina is honestly supposed to get ahead here. I haven't been watching closely what's been happening, but I think it's like 60-40, 70-30 Lina favored, as far as I know in the past, and since Lina's only gotten buffs ever since, I have to assume it's still the same, or better. So
Boronier is probably feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to leave lane somewhat soon anyways, just because the points up in the nukes for Lina as she gets more potent and spams them out. As you see, he's already jungling. Stacks with the 3-minute bounty rune as well as popping the water rune, so he's getting a lot of efficiency out of the jungle. I'd say if he evenly trades here, they feel very good on the side of Bora Ninja.
Yeah, he's getting that efficiency out, as you say. Excalibur. See, the threat will be there. Yeah, well, once the 6 is online, if he can get those levels before Baranya, that's definitely not going to be a place that the Storm's going to be happy trading. Baranya with those creeps killed, you see, comes back to the lane, and he's already managed to get himself sort of a Oh, well, okay, not half. Well, yeah, he's got 3 creeps to take, and Excalibur's just got 1. So pretty much about half the level of XP ahead of the Lina. So Baranya keeping himself in that solid position where he's going to get Ball Lightning online before the Laguna Blade's online. Bottom lane. Trying to look for the setup here onto Rajix. And Rajix, he's ready to turn. He's going to try and run down J4 here with the help of 5 up. They'll get the kill here. Team Bold.
Yeah, well played on the awareness to fight their way through it when LC was already so low at the beginning.
Yeah, heads up move from Rajix to just commit, make sure he gets the press the attack off before the silence hits over towards the mid. Baranya and Excalibur going at it one-on-one. Who's going to win it? It is going to be Excalibur. He'll get the kill, does die. It's 2 backup TPs coming in from Ghost Frogs to secure the trade. So some nice, lovely solo XP there for Excalibur.
Yeah, he forwarded the creep. Storm's whole idea there was to pull him in once his own creep wave was dying, Excalibur's, and he forwarded the range creep when it was at 1 hit left. So instead of tanking the tower like Storm Spirit expected, he was able to win the man-up fight there. And pretty big. Because if he gets level 6 and starts getting a snowball effect for Excalibur, both heroes are map control based, as we see Gorg.
What's up, Gorg? Oh, in trouble there. A little too much damage coming out from the 2 of them. As Gorg definitely having the toughest time at the moment in those side lanes, as you can see, just a little bit behind in comparison on the CS. 16 last hits at the moment on the bounty. The other 5 cores having a bit of a better setup with this laning stages. Now, as you said, this was pretty much what you expected, right? You look at the start, the setup with the lanes, Bounty is going to have the roughest time out of all of them.
Yeah, when I'm conceptualizing top lane, I have no idea how Team Bald is supposed to win this one. If he can get this kill, already used Shuriken, though.
Oh, Gorg. Oh, he's got it!
Huge kill for him.
A very nice recovery kill there for Gorg up top. There's a couple of leaps left on Milan, so Milan's fine, but yeah, a big boost there of XP to get him back in the flow.
Yeah, that might even get him to level 6 prior to the Slardar.
See bottom lane. So they're going to have enough damage here for Rajix. Not quite wanting to dive in, respecting the stick charges that he had. So they won't run blindly underneath the tower to chase him. See around the 6-minute rune. It's going to be bottom. Excalibur. He'll grab that and at this strong point. Level 7, Arcane Rune in the bottle, and Laguna Blade ready to go. So the mid lane definitely a bit of a spooky place for Ghost Frogs if they can get the setup for Excalibur to follow up on.
Yeah, we see Excalibur is going for the Boots of Travel. Seems like the primary accelerant for mid Linas. It allows you to not only farm defensively on your side of the map, because she is a squishy ranged hero, but then also TP into fights wherever they may be. And that's very important in this game, especially with the Bounty Hunter carry, as you are the primary jungle farmer of the entire team. Yeah, and the net worths, I think, kind of explain themselves. We talked about mid lane being favored for Excalibur, and then the side lanes being favored for the Radiant squad, and that's exactly what we're seeing in the net worths.
You get nothing.
Now we'll see. See if we have any rotations coming out from Excalibur. Looks like they're just sort of prepping the jungle, getting some stacks done here on Team Bold. Level 6 is hit for Rajix. See if they find any chance to go. Will be hard down here with just the 2 of them. They will need sort of that backup, that involvement from Excalibur. So he's toying with going actually for the more traditional, the Yules build-up actually in this game. Make sure he has some sort of setup, ways to remove some of these debuffs that are going to be coming out. You know, the inevitable silence from the Storm, Bloodseeker, that amp up from the Slardar, many things to remove. And a lovely find there, Fairy's Trinket for Excalibur. Always the dream one for these int mids. And he's on the way top. Maybe see if they can set something up here with Gorg. As Gorg's baiting. He's setting up the action here, getting them to move in on it. They're going to be able to turn with the Inkswell, and here's the extra firepower from Excalibur. As they'll take down Toby, Laguna's ready as well. Baranya's going to try and zip in and take down Gorg. Will be able to find him in return. There's 2 kills there for Team Bold Reborn, as they'll sacrifice Gorg for it. But at the end of the day, Excalibur, he's certainly going to be happy. And obviously Gorg got involved in the kill before he did die, so still a bit of a boost for him as well.
Yeah, 2 track kills. That's exactly what Team Bald needs to be doing. I think the side lanes, the status quo is just not good for Team Bald. You know, you have the Bane plus Bloodseeker setup with the with the Rupture to follow it up after the silence, and you also just have the Slardar amping up the the Bounty Hunter in the top. So just them making moves, getting stuff done around the map together is really important. So the problem here is that Gorka's TP'd bottom, but Legion Commander TP'd top for that engagement. So it's only going to be them two. It's only a level 4 Pangolier, as this might actually turn against Gork here.
They've got a sentry down, Gorg. The stick charges, he's still running. The Rupture does come to an end. Milan can't quite get in range there for the nuke, so Gorg will live. He's out, he's away. Oh, he's on what? He got him! Oh, all right, Chris, he's going to maybe get 5 up as well, actually. Oh, it looked like Gorg was out of there, but the Blood Right clips him, and Chrysalis ends up setting up for both of them, as they'll get the kills after all, Ghost Frogs.
Yeah, they have to mentally reset here. Bounty Hunter and Legion have to be in the same place. I think this is really important because Legion's the setup, and Bounty Hunter absolutely thrives on the other kills that we talked about. And since Rajix had TP top, it was just super awkward. Now he has to run back bottom on Legion to get here, but Gork's already gone down. I'd love to see Gork just straight up run back bottom, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
They're bringing everyone down pretty much, getting
It's the only way they could play. They got Lena farming jungle, and they got the rest of the team running as 4. I'd love to see Pango maybe picking up some levels somewhere. Maybe making some efficiency on the map because they are just farming only 1 lane out of the 3 right now. But looks like for now, they're going to stay here with all 4 heroes. Not really any tower push, so they got to be getting some kills. Otherwise, it's going to be inefficient use of their time.
See Gorg leading the charge up to the high ground, trying to get some vision here for the team.
Radiant sees them, though. They have that ward seeing all of them. They also saw them place the ward.
Keeping a sensible distance here, Ghost Frogs. Heading over, Milan. Just out of vision right now. Hidden in the trees and in a part where 5 up won't quite catch a glimpse of him.
And this is exactly what the Radiant squad wants. Slardar's free farming top. Storm's pushing in mid.
We're going to get the setup here. Nightmare. The arrow, Blood Right full up as well, and over to the side. Branya's going to start off some action onto Pablo. Takes down the Grimstroke straight away.
Bounty Hunter's under a sentry. He can't
move.
move.
Ruptured as well, Gorg. He's got the back of a 5 up. Ready with the setup here. Yours comes out into the stun. Have they got the burst? They do. Gorg will fall, but they get the kill on Baranya in return. Tracks out as they'll now try and chase for more. The arrow holding back Rajic, stopping him from getting the duel off onto Chrysalis. Light Strike Array comes out just in time from Excalibur, though, to catch the Bane. Set up for a successful duel for Rajic. As Team Bold Reborn may have lost their carry, but again, they'll get 2 in return and some track kills to boot as well.
This is exactly what they got to be doing. So regardless of how the kill score goes, honestly, Team Bald, this is their game plan. Run at them as 5. The problem is, meanwhile, the Slardar absolutely free farming, going to have a Blink Dagger.
Look at that
12
speed,
minutes into the game. This is the problem with the Bounty Hunter matchup, right? Is you just can't lane once Slardar gets that 6. And Slardar is kind of like a Doom, where you just don't want to lane against him. Once he gets level 6, he just boots you out of lane. He doesn't really take your tower very fast. He doesn't flash farm or anything like that, but you just inevitably get booted out. And that's the effect that Slaughter's had here. That's why he has such an early Blink Dagger, and now they're going to look for more. Oh, they get the amp off.
A little too speedy, though, with the phase boots and the Windlace. I can't quite get the catch for the Rupture.
Rajic's going a Solar Crest, so no early Blink for him. Seems to be the meta offlane Legion build so far.
Coming in with the TPs, J4. Look for the Nightmare setup at 5 up. We'll take it off, and Rajix will be able to help him out back in turn.
Yeah, good ability usage there. Slardar's here, ready to tango.
Radiant are scanning.
15 Bold Reborn still try and push into this. There's Toby ready with the Blink reveal. And they are. They're bringing down the 4 of them.
Yep,
Team Bold Reborn are going to push into this. They might not be prepared for what is a very good timing on the Blink Dagger from Toby.
Excalibur's the key target for the Slardar here. He's their primary damage output.
Doing that around the creep, so Ghost Frogs are going to have pretty good information on what's going on down there.
They're just trading mid-tower right now.
Yep, they're going to respect the push from Team Bold down bottom, look for objective elsewhere. They don't want to try and fight, as they know, I guess that's exactly what Team Bold wants, and they don't want to hand that to them right now.
He gets arrowed bottom. Excalibur might turn this. No, he's already used Light Strike Array. But is he going to defend this tower solo on Milan?
He's kept it alive.
This is a disaster if they don't get the trade on Team Bald.
I mean, the tower's going to be taken here by Toby. Team Bold not able to push them back in the mid lane in time. And as you're right, just a lone Mirana pushing them back down bottom. As Milan keeps that tower up, they're going to have to come in with another round of pushing if they want to take that.
Yeah, that was a sick play. He waited for the very last creep to die. He arrowed from the trees, so Excalibur was not expecting it. Brought him down to like less than half HP, which means that even though it's just a support Mirana, he did have to fear the potential TP in from the Bloodseeker or the Slardar, and thus deterring that quick push trade from Lina. As you see here, they feel the need to move back down here. Already with the 2 supports from Team Bald. Gork is recovering a bit in the top lane, but this is a bounty hunter carry. You don't feel good farming lanes ever. Like, I'm not saying he's doing the wrong thing. You just don't exactly feel the same. You don't feel as good at doing this as a bounty hunter as you would as any other carry, really.
Again, bringing the full squad down bottom. Excalibur still very, very farmed right now. The bots, Yules are done. This time they'll take the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower.
See what the next move's going to be. So sweep straight over towards the high ground. Sentry is down. There's Gorg. You're held back by the Nightmare. I'll take him out of it, but still a little hard to chase upon this. And now maybe even a bit of a turnaround onto Pablo. They try and burst through him. It's not enough damage. And now with the Soulbind silence set up Gorg. He's charging in with the Ink Sword. They've caught the 2 of them.
Double duel? Oh, the leash ended, so they didn't get the duel on the Bloodseeker.
They might also get Crystallis. Excalibur's going to set up with the stun. There's going to be a buyback coming out from Mirana. They're diving in. Branya turns, takes down 5 up. Crystallis still alive as they're able to save the Bloodseeker. And now the turnaround comes in from Ghost Frogs. At least the attempt. They're looking towards Radix and Gorg trying to charge straight back in, but he's getting low. Another setup with the amp. Branya very low on the mana. Can they safely disengage here? Team Bold looks like they can. No further catch from Ghost Frogs. Team Bold, they get kills, track kills as well. Dual damage on top of that. And also a buyback having to come out from Ghost Frogs, and not too much other than that Pango kill coming out of it. So Team Bold able to find the sort of trades that they hope for when they're running this bounty.
That's exactly what they need to do. What I liked about their lineup was the execution wasn't perfectly clean around the 7 to 10 minute mark, but they have playmaking potential no matter what happens in this game, and they always can group up and look for these track kills, and they're going to look for more. No cooldowns really on this entire lineup. I think the longest cooldown is Pango Roll.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just going to be go, go, go here from Team Bold. They're heading down the mid. See in the river, Branya and Toby will catch out Pablo.
Radiant's middle tower.
Still very quick and easy for them to find pickoffs around Toby's Slaughter with the quick blink dagger timing he has and the levels that he's got on top of that.
They have no real way to start fights, though, is the problem. I think Solar Crest is a nice build for Legion if you have somebody that's going to go in for you to start, but Pangolier really is their only initiation. They have the Yules from Lina, but because of the response time of the Storm and the Slardar, you kind of need to be quick. You can't give the opponent an extra couple seconds to respond. So even though they're looking, and they want to keep looking, I think they have to kind of hope an opportunity opens itself up, and Ghost Frogs gets a little bit out of position.
I see Milan at the moment saving up quite a bit of gold on the Mirana 1600. What do you think he's sort of considering? What items do you need against this sort of fight that Team Bold's bringing you?
I think you're debating between Spirit... Oh,
Branya, he's going to go aggressive here onto Excalibur. He's got the backup of Toby. Excalibur will turn with the Yules. Backups there as well from Ratchix, trying to get Excalibur out of there. Toby turns with a crush, but they're actually going to hold him in place with the duel. They're going to look to take this opportunity to try and fight back. Milan comes in with the arrow connection onto Ratchix. Both heroes incredibly tanky right now. I'll try and pop the dust out. Doesn't quite clip Toby, but the Moonlight Shadow will come to an end. Any further way to catch the 2 of them? Not quite. Branya still with plenty of mana.
I don't think I've ever seen this. Storm Spirit has rushed a Sanj and Kaya.
That's got to be a first.
Yeah, the amplification on mana from the Kaya, I have to assume, makes this viable in his eyes.
Or Excalibur, has he got the timing? He does. Branya's going to get caught farming the wave. They're in on top of him. They've got another track kill. As Team Bold take down the mid-storm.
Yeah,
and now
so
a tier 2 tower as well, going to be threatened very early here. 18 minutes in.
He's going Ags. You know, he had the Sanj queued up, but Gork, he realizes there's no farm, there's no time that he's ever going to be able to man up in this game.
I mean, I
He's
feel
all about that gold, baby.
this is it's the build. I don't want to see any sort of this Deso bounty. This is the real carry bounty build. Just get that axe, get that money.
Well, I think there are some games where you can actually run in and right-click people. This just ain't one of them. So he realizes his main
I'm a gold
contribution is
chase in
going
this.
to be the shuriken, and he also can't really farm the map either. So you gotta know how you're contributing to the fight. You gotta know how you're gonna get gold.
Yep.
And he says the Ags. I can get behind it. Never mind, he went Yasha. I am so confused. He's really giving me the back and forth here.
He's gonna go for the axe, surely. That ogre club. No,
Look
he's
at that,
not.
faster
He's
than
got
the
full
average.
SMY. The axe dream is dead for now. Hopefully, it will come out after it.
This is. I'm learning. I'm taking notes as a fellow streamer. He's really baiting the viewers.
I mean, he wanted the axe. Definitely someone on his team saying Gorg. Get the SMY. You know, Gorg wanted the axe at heart.
That's his inner streamer coming out, you know. He's like, you know, people will be way more entertained seeing this one, but his team's like, you know, we'd probably prefer you to actually buy carry items.
11 to 10, very close here, 19 minutes in. Excalibur still steaming ahead at the top. BKB nearly done for him. And yeah, Baranya's game, you know, a few deaths here and there. He has getting caught out by this short setup from the Lina. Got to be careful. And now bottom lane, Toby.
He's going to go down, I think.
He's walked into a bit of a surprise. Excalibur with the setup. Rajix, he wants to get in for the duel. They're going to have the Yules to hold him in place. He's trying to juke out the crush. Let him get the duel. Let him duel.
Let it. He's gonna play. Oh my god, that would have been so sad.
He must have been just on the edge of the dual cast
Yeah,
range.
he was slowed by the slithering crush. It had the lingering slow
your heart
effect.
weeps for the Legion there. Meanwhile, mid Gorg's dead. Gets the track out though.
Worth.
Yeah.
If they get the kill, that'll be worth. Yeah, he's got to be careful. There's just so much pickoff on
Okay.
both teams.
Poor old Rajix.
We're going to see which team figures out first that nobody can farm solo. Because this is Toby farming solo in the bottom lane, and then it was Gork farming solo in the mid lane. And you see the Slithering Crush and then the blocking of the creeps.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is as well, it is only a level 2 crush, so in reality, Rajix probably would have done himself better to not try and step outside of the crush. You know, he sort of ended up in the worst situation where he was stepping away and also still got caught by the radius. Maybe if he just stood straight under and tanked the stun, he would have probably had it. But
yeah, that's what happens when you go in
Tough
between
moves.
two different plans.
yeah, and he messed up by both of the mid lane. They're coming in with a move onto Branya, but they don't have the jump.
Yeah, no, they did have Blink on Pango.
Oh, did they?
I guess he was just a bit hesitant there. I think they would have gotten him. Maybe they were
He was
worried
at the
about
back
the
as well.
Sanchkaya.
You know, he's pretty far off. Maybe, yeah, I think they didn't quite have him in position at the front of it all.
I've actually never seen a close-up of the Phantom. That's his wife or something, isn't it?
Wait, what? Is that the lore?
I'm pretty sure the lore is that it's his...
Grimstroke holds no sorrow for the downfall of his people, only for Yaovi.
She who is the most dear to him.
Does he feel even a semblance of
Yeah,
longing?
I'm pretty sure that's his late wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Imagine throwing the
So the ashes of your loved
phantom,
ones.
yeah,
of
the
people.
phantom of your dead wife at
It's grim.
at the opponents. It's a stroke of grimness. Yeah.
Oh, still setting up around this mid. They want to fight. They want to brawl Team Bold.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Again, Ghost Frogs. You know, they're very aware of this. Most of the time, we've seen them try to play careful. They'll sort of warp themselves into the aggression the Team Ball's bringing them. This time around, they do look like they want to take the fight. The tower goes down. Crystalis, he's got the BKB. Very strong right now in the Bloodseeker for this action. A Team Bolt, they get the objective, they chill out, they back off.
Yeah, it's hard to ever go on this Lina. He's got the Solar Crest plus press the attack behind him. And also just the Grimstroke Leash is going to punish any overcommitment of multiple heroes. Plus the Pango. They actually have really hard counter initiation on Team Bald as long as they're grouped up. And since there's no AoE punish, they can group up as much as they want.
Yeah. Right now it's going to get even better with the Blink Dagger done on Rajix. So lots of jump, lots of catch. Now they have got multiple ways of getting that jump.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yep,
under
totally.
Whoever really steps forward and highly likely to get the kill as long as Excalibur's there. Most of these heroes are at least going to get very, very close to dying to the full combo of the Lina still at this stage.
And Toby's almost done with that BKB on the Slardar. We got both 4 positions getting that precious Philosopher's Stone. That item I don't know if I feel okay with it in game still.
Why did it get buffed, Brian?
Yeah, it's very strange. I think they thought it should be like a similar percentage bonus because they made everyone get more passive gold with the rework to bounties.
And a lot of neutrals did get buffed.
Yeah, the thing is, if one 4 position gets that item and the other one doesn't, and the game goes to 40 minutes, that guy just has an extra 2,000 gold in comparison to the other guy. I know it takes away 30 attack, but how many 4 positions really care?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like you can make it take away 100% of your attack and people would still be holding it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially on Pango. You're not really attacking.
No, exactly.
Morana might attack a little bit.
Oh, God. Milan did end up opting for the Spirit Vessel here as...
Oh, nice D-ward to the Sentry.
Instantly there by 5 up.
He's going for the Ag Shard on the Pangolier.
Yeah,
That'll be nice against all the Rupture counter, quote-unquote, to Pangolier.
Yeah, that definitely does give you a good answer to that situation. We'll see Gorg as well, also investing in a shard for himself.
That's actually so good for them. It lets him go in first because right now Legion wants to sit behind because of her build. And the Lina obviously is not an initiator that runs in, so the 35% damage reduction will be huge. As Gorg scouts out.
Oh, what can he find? Milan. He's away. I mean, like Shadow, look at setup. They're going to get the jump onto Excalibur. In they go straight away onto the leader. They've got the chain stop, and there's the save coming out from Radix. Excalibur able to get the BKB and the self-heals up as he's up in the air, trying to get out to the side, but the bash is there from Toby. As they bring down Excalibur over in the river, they cut down J4 with the swashbuckle. Gorg's on the run, but they've got the chase as Boranya zips in, takes down a second. Toby's in with further catch over towards Radix. The bash into the crush. They're chasing down the Legion. He's tanky with the Essence Ring, but he's not going to be tanky enough. Enough mana there from Boranya to pull back Radix and take down a third. It's 3 dead on Team Bold.
Yeah, better vision, patience game coming out from Ghost Frogs. They were scouting with the Bounty Hunter, but the rest of his team was too far forward. They planted the ward, had the Morana ulti going, and they just had the information advantage. The good thing about that play was they initiated onto the Lina and the Legion commander at the same time. Toby electing to jump the Legion to make sure he could not press the attack Excalibur in order to save him. So they're able to burst him down to 20% HP, making Excalibur's impact virtually none. And he's the primary carry in these fights. He really is. Bounty Hunter is more of a utility track, maybe some shurikens there, but they really do rely heavily on the damage output of the Lina. As you see, he is the #1 net worth in the game.
Oh, they've got to make sure he's not caught like that. It's Gorg.
He's under a sentry.
As they know he's coming.
He has a circlet instead of dust on Slardar. Man, this is the kind of stuff in my pubs that I'd ping that guy, man. Dude, you're gets to carry Bounty Hunter.
He trusts in his supports.
That 2 attack
he knows
speed and 2
J4 is
damage.
always going to be there.
I understand if that was a bracer, okay?
But a circlet.
But a
you
circlet?
can't stand for that, bro.
Come on. Okay, it's going to be an Ogre Axe, so that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But then I'll ping the raindrops.
I like this as well. Okay, no, he did get rid of it. I was going to say good efficiency from Gorg, was holding onto the shovel and the Ocean Heart, but he passes the shovel back now. Ocean Heart out on him. And we'll see where he goes. Goes now with his build. Has yet to reveal that the next time here, Excalibur trying to tank up, have something against this heavy minus arrow of the slide on top. Have they got the damage? Nope. Nope.
He's beefy.
They don't. Nope.
That Ogre Axe, if that was dust, he'd be going down here.
Meanwhile, mid, Excalibur is going to get jumped upon. Radix able to come in with the save. Allows Excalibur to pop the BKB. They're going to turn towards Branya.
Oh, nice Nightmare.
Allows him to dodge the Rolling Thunder Stun and actually get out to the side. So Branya's going to be able to walk away. J4 will get dueled, so bonus damage for Radix over to the side. They also get the catch on Milan. There'll be a buyback from J4. Branya still wanting to fight whilst he has this Aegis. But Team Bold aren't going to give it to them. They get the kills and they back off.
Yeah, that was actually set up by going on the Slardar top. By removing him from the equation. He was only 800 health, I believe, and he didn't feel comfortable getting to that fight in time. A little bit sloppy, I think, from Toby. He's getting greedy for his own items. You're a Slardar. Yes, you do need BKB, and you do need other items to enable yourself, but he's been caught out alone in the side lanes a couple times this game, and both times it's led to some disastrous trades, I'd say, for his team. And you're against a Bounty Hunter, so every kill that you feed away is even more impactful.
No, absolutely. You can feel it. 27 minutes in, all in all, Ghost Frog's cores across the board, probably doing a better job of farming the creeps, keeping up around the map, but yeah, these track kills are keeping Team Bold level. And we'll see Gorg going for the Basher next, making sure they have some extra sort of way to get on top and to disrupt the potential escapes from Baranya, stop him from zipping out.
There's just not enough farm to go around, I think, in the game of Dota. You have Storm and Bloodseeker, both pretty heavy farming cores. Toby's got to take a back seat, I think, here, as he has elected to join the team, looking to go on Gork.
Excalibur. It's a big zip. Branya's getting aggressive. Still with some time left on the Aegis. He wants to fight Gorg. He's out to the side.
They do have the Legion Shard, which gives them that brief magic immunity.
I mean, that's going to be super nice. Definitely one of the better shards that we're seeing in action.
It's really weird. A lot of these Linas are going Yule's BKB bots into a Witchblade. I'm not saying it's bad. I would just love to pick their brains because I've seen it multiple times now. The armor's nice. That's great. But you don't really need the attack speed, I don't think. Is it really the projectile speed? I'm not sure.
Oh,
it just seems late, right?
The debuff is nice, right? Yeah, 3 second 25% slow is pretty big.
Yeah, it just seems like an item you either get early or not at all, right? But seems to be significantly buffed or something.
Yeah, no, Linas do seem to love to go for it. But you're right, before it was something like Pucks would just be getting as the first item.
Yeah, Pucks, Invokers. Otherwise, you never really saw it. Maybe a Nature's Prophet.
Queen of Pain sometimes. He's got the sentry down. He's going to try and stand his ground here. He's holding on to them. He's not going to be able to get the BKB off. As they're able to walk up, take him down. Baranya will manage to find the jump over to the back lines, takes down Pablo. Something in return, over to the side, 5-up, will end up dying as he's caught in the blood right. Radix is getting moved in upon Baranya, still trying to chase the grabs there with a Fiend's Grip. So they lock down Radix, Gorg, and Excalibur, they'll take down Milan. Excalibur turning, has the stun off onto Baranya. He's going to look to TP out with the rest of the BKB. He's out. Excalibur makes it away, and so does Gorg.
Yeah, these fights are all over the place. You got a Pango dying in the back lines. You got a Slardar dying on the side. You got... It's a bloodbath, but it's kind of just a bunch of individual bloodbaths.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, sure, they still come out on top, getting the 3 kills, only losing 2 themselves, but, I mean, yeah, Toby really holding on to that BKB. They had the sentry down. He saw them coming, but he just let himself get chain stunned, 100-0.
Yeah, the 2-for-3 trades are probably in favor of Team Bald as long as Gork and Excalibur stay alive.
I mean, that's true. You look at the net worth difference, it's less than 1k. You're not seeing a big jump up, despite the number trade favoring that of Ghost Frogs.
Gork's going for a Satanic. It does give it Dispel now, which is really nice.
That's pretty solid against Slaughter.
I don't think he's actually right-clicking very much in these fights. I'm curious to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go the more utility build, or even just like aura build, something like an AC, buff up his own attack a little bit, but also his teammates. But he's electing to just make sure he stays alive, be that beefy boy in front. They don't really have that, so I can see what he's going for.
I think it works out nicely. If they can get sort of him and 5-up, rolling around the fight and just creating chaos whilst Excalibur's able to go target to target, get multiple rounds of his spells, they're going to have a pretty good team fight to put together. Especially if Ghost Frogs do, enter into these fights, losing someone straight up to the initial burst that Team Bold have. Ghost Frogs, they've got to be careful how they present themselves. Yeah,
Crystallis is quite farm though. He's got the lovely Paladin Sword. The spell lifesteal is so nice, especially when you have that Maelstrom. Got the S&Y to buff that up as well. Working on that Basher. Seeing a lot of carries just leave the Basher at the Basher ever since they nerfed the Abyssal.
Oh, it's understandable.
On it.
Especially if you've got other slots, other items to work on the upgrades for. Yeah, I can see that sort of being pushed down the list of priority. As Gorg's heading in.
He's really tanky. That 35% damage reduction, even if they were to see him.
They're going to look for the setup. They're going to go straight away onto J4. They've got him. Now just catch 5-up, but it is going to be Ghost Frogs that have to run. As soon as they lose one hero, they know that the full 5-mana Team Bold's going to be running at them. Gorg continue to track them up. Which is, of course, a lovely way to set up. Anytime they're sort of under their vision, Gorg just being able to get in and, just having that extra benefit from the shard, that 1-second stun when he opens up out of the invis. More than enough time for a light strike array or any follow-up silence from Pablo to come out before reactions there from Ghost Frogs.
Yeah, I think I was realizing that's why Toby died at the triangle. I
Sure.
think he wasn't
I guess, yeah,
prepared for
didn't-
that 1 second mini stun.
Yeah, no, that absolutely was what tripped him up, yeah.
Still hard to get used to things. Even if it's amazing how much of a difference it makes that 1 second stun from Bounty Hunter has only been in the game for 2
Sure.
weeks.
No,
People
absolutely.
just aren't prepared to get stunned by a Bounty Hunter.
No, but yeah, when it hits you, it hits you. In Dota 2, 1 second, that's a long stun to freely have out. So after that reveal from the Shadow Walk, and of course you can nicely queue it up as well with the rollover from the duration and the cooldown to get 2 hits in a good amount of disable, thanks to a very cheap cost of an item.
Is this really the build, Toby, Sanj, and Yasha? Isn't Ags just strictly better on Slardar? Because you can't go faster than 550 anyways. They did give Slardar the movement speed cap. I guess he's only sitting at like 480 during his sprints, but Ags gives you so much armor, status res, and...
I wouldn't be surprised if we see both. He's just going to tank up completely.
It's just...
Regeneration.
Where's my Solar Crest, I'd be saying, if I was Crystallis. The other guy's got one. Where's mine?
Around the pit. Things being set up here by Team Bold. Ghost Frogs also keeping to their own high ground.
Excalibur's so farmed. Look at that net worth.
Yeah, he's smashing it this game. He's had some rough ones, but yeah, look at the CS there. 414 CS at 34 minutes in. Hitting all the creeps here, Excalibur. Daedalus right round the corner for him. Level 23 as well.
Maybe they realize that Excalibur's just more of a carry player, and since they have kind of 2 carry players on the team, if Gork's more of this utility carry,
Sure.
that Excalibur feels more comfortable in the pace of the game, because he's just getting to hit a lot of creeps.
No, yeah, this dynamic's certainly working nicely. It was sort of something they did try in their other series, right? Because they had the Excalibur Deucer game.
And the Arc War.
Can't remember what Gorg was playing. I think maybe he was playing the Necrophos
Oh, yes.
that time round. So, yeah, it definitely seems to be the direction that Team Bold goes for. And in this game, it's kind of very close.
I like Bounty Hunter a lot more than Necro, though. Hey, you see there's the 1 second stun that then leads into the Lina stun, into the Pango roll. He just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
You're thinking you're going to be able to beat Kibby, and then you just can't because you have that extra stun.
That will just happen so fast.
This fight was definitely all over the place. A bunch of... You have 10 single target heroes in this game. So
Yeah, really is sort of one by one by one. Heroes just falling left, right, and center. And you're very rarely going to see an instant this game where 2 heroes are just dying and underneath the AoE of the same spell. It's going to be one by one.
Yeah, it's pretty much Grimstroke Leash is the only multi-person disable. And it's not technically a disable.
Oh,
We've yet to see the double duel. That's what I was waiting for.
Indeed. And how quite that works, you end up walking towards the second target, right? Not the one that you actually do.
Yes.
But both are locked down.
You are both taunted to the Legion, but she attacks, I believe, the second guy.
Yeah, I think he sort of interacts the same way like the... Well, actually, static link, you don't actually link both, right? You only link the second.
Yeah, you only link the second guy.
Which is, I think that's a bit of a... I mean, come on, why can't you link 2 people at the same time?
Certain abilities, like by refresher, are made it so they refresh the duration rather than replacing, or like rather than stacking.
Sure.
And
that's
so
just-
I know like Razor's ulti, you get 2 ultis, but with the static link, if you refresh, you actually just replace the previous one, which is, I don't know, some abilities are just coded that way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just Dota. Every ability makes a different interaction with different items. Otherwise, it'd be too easy. Otherwise, it'd be League, Owen.
Damn. True, though. Let's see what Team Bold's next move's going to be. There's
Dire are scanning.
any big items coming out. I mean, we've got 5 up as well, trying to get a basher. And Gorg, as we saw before, after the Satanic, want to get the basher out, level 18. So tracks maxed out. Lots of money to be had in these fights. Ghost Frogs, they're on the prowl. Looking for action here. Smoked up and running down mid. They've got to try and get a clean jump, though. Without this counterplays coming out, there is quite a few of them. They made that jump in. Radix, if he's in position, will be able to help out with the press the attack.
Radiant's top tower is
Gorg.
under attack.
Starting to head in fact. You're going to be able to get some free hits off onto Baranya.
Has fallen.
So very much respecting the follow-up there, Ghost Frogs. Even with Gorg showing himself on the front, they know it's not in their best interest to try and commit on him.
He's pretty mana-starved on Bounty Hunter, though. As you see, he really has no way to sustain the use of his spells in fights. Might be a concern. He needs to just be able to cast the track continuously. Quicksilver Amulet is a nice item, though, for the Bounty Hunter. Spider legs going on the Pango.
Baranya. Gonna hold back Gorg here, but already there's the chase. 5-ups in immediately with the Rolling Thunder over towards J4. Toby's gonna commit onto the backlines with the BKB, gets over towards Excalibur. Excalibur pops the BKB. Baranya trying to bring down the Legion. Has he got enough damage though? Excalibur getting low, will be able to use up into the air. Radic's trying to turn, he's gonna look for the lockdown of the duel, but he's ending up losing it to Baranya as Baranya wins the duel. Chrysalis gets the triple kill as Team Bold fall 1 by 1. As 5-up, is he even getting out of there? He's up on the high ground. They've got the vision to find, and Grip comes out from J4 as it's a full team wipe. Ghost Frogs only losing J4 there, comes in with a buyback, and off the back of that fight, they'll have no struggle getting into Roche and taking the Aegis for themselves here.
Yeah, Slardar, even though he does have an AoE stun, I would consider him a single target hero, but in that case, they fought into a very small choke point on the side of Team Bald, and they all got locked down by that Slardar. Slithering Crush. And the Pango, who's the AoE control for Team Bald, was ruptured and removed from the fight via not wanting to move. Thus, I think that's why the fight went in favor of Ghost Frogs. And now suddenly the map has blown itself wide open. Kind of waiting for that one fight one way or the other.
That was a big one.
It went from about even for the last 20 minutes
look at that
to
graph.
9K. Yeah, that's a yikes.
Has fallen.
That looks like GME.
Ah, just straight up apparently.
To the moon.
Rough fight there for Team Bold. What can they do to swing it around? I mean, how goes sort of the high ground defensive capabilities of Team Bold, or is it not too great playing from the base?
Yeah, neither team really has like objective team fight based stuff in their lineup. Kind of just have kill heroes on both sides, so the high ground always does favor the team no matter that's defending, but I think if they sit behind the Bloodseeker sieging, they should feel pretty good. They have the reset of the Bane Sleep, as well as a lot of damage coming out from the Slardar and the Storm Spirit. Just a status resistance game. We got Sanj and Kaya on Storm. We got a Sanj and Yasha on Bloodseeker. We got a Sanj and Yasha on Slardar. We got a Sanj and Yasha on the Bounty Hunter. Where's Legion, Sanj, and Yasha?
They missing some S and Ys here, yeah?
Yeah, they're missing. I think
Gotta
the
finish
status
off the
res
set.
score is 3-1 in favor of Ghost Frogs.
Status resist, it's a powerful mechanic.
Especially against the likes of Legion and Pango.
Yeah.
And even Bounty Hunter. The track duration much lower.
Did you miss the days before the timing of status resistance, Brian? Or do you think it's a good inclusion into the game of Dota 2?
I think there should be multiple options, and they should all be a little bit weaker than what Sanj and Yasha is now. I don't like when there's only one option for something, because then you have to buy it way more often than you should. Like, that's the reason why everyone's buying Sanj, just because there's no other way to get this mechanic. So either have multiple options or remove the mechanic. I think would be my response to you there. Top.
Oh, hang on. I mean, Branya's got a BKB, so he's having to fight back against these two. Gorg, he is out himself, though. Will manage to TP away in time.
Storm does have 30 dual damage.
Oh, he's having a pretty good life here, Branya. He's also very close to hitting that level 25 on Storm.
Know your place.
Yeah, he's got almost as much dual damage as Rogix. Might have been worth considering not leveling the duel, because he did give him an extra bit of damage there.
Did in that last fight, yeah.
Last fight.
Allies.
Does not feel good to play Bounty Hunter carry from behind,
No.
as map control is all in favor of Ghost Frogs. Chrysalis cutting wave top, Milan hunting bottom. Excalibur is going to be okay, I assume, but if they catch him with the Fiend's Grip,
Are scanning.
he might go down.
Come on, lad. Got the setup, but the BKB comes out immediately. In fact, Excalibur, he's just turning to look towards Branya. As Branya, he's low on mana. Excalibur's going to be able to take him down the once, but he's still completely on his own here, Excalibur. as he will die. They're in with a bash. That's Excalibur gone for 100 seconds
Tower is
as he has not saved the money for buyback. There's 2 lanes of tier 2's gone. As Ghost Frogs, they've got a good window to just run down a lane now and start pressuring the high ground with the mid down for as long as he is.
I'll give him some props. That was some sick button pressing by Excalibur with the quick Yules and the Slardar, landed all of his stuns, but doesn't matter when you're the only person on your team in that area. As Boroninja has also caught Rajik's top.
And Rajix, has he got any escape? He hasn't. Another kill here for Ghost Frogs as they're ramping up the lead right now. 15k advantage and up to the high ground they go. No Lina for a full minute for this defense. They'll buy back on Rajix, but without their most farmed hero, this defense is going to be tough. That's Team Bold. They're trying their best with the 4 of them. Ghost Frogs, they're going to realize that this Lina's not buying back. Excalibur has not got the funds to return. And the racks, they'll be theirs.
As much as we want, or we like that Excalibur is playing more of the carry from the mid-roll, you do need more of a balance than just this one guy, especially against Slardar, Storm, Bloodseeker. Having all of your net worth on one guy, they can just focus him. And Lina is a very squishy core at this stage of the game, no matter what items he has purchased. Obviously getting caught out alone bottom, but you've seen in fights, they've just picked on him, making sure that he is not able to dish out the damage he wants, even if he survives for a decent amount of time with his Shivas plus BKB. The fact that he's defending himself most of the fight, his Daedalus just isn't able to go to work. So just, I really like the items from Milan. He's just gone utility route from the Mirana. He's been catching people with the Blink Yules, but also buffing up his Bloodseeker with the Solar Crest.
Oh no, yeah, Milan's played it very cool this game. 6-4 and 13. It's Team Bold. They're ready to come back out with Excalibur. They really want to try and get a fight going outside of the base. See if they can catch any members of Ghost Frogs. But as we've seen for the last half of this game, Ghost Frogs doing a very good job of avoiding these sort of moves. And in fact, just setting up themselves just that little bit better most of the time as the Moonlight Shadow comes out. They're charging over Gorg. He's going to spot some of them here. And Rupture's going to come out. The Gorg has been caught by the arrow. Gorg's in trouble. He's gone. Gorg down and out for 75.
The AoE Storm.
They're trying to turn it, but they've lost Pablo. They're going to lose 5 up as well. 3 dead. Excalibur's trying to TP out, but they'll catch him with the Nightmare. 4 dead on Team Bold. And none of them with buyback available as Ghost Frogs. They'll be able to run it down mid. And with that fight sealed here, they should be able to close up the victory.
Yeah, they got out of hand fast. It was only a matter of time before one team wiped the other and map control was claimed for good.
They got one more fight and then the buyback has just become available for Excalibur, but Rajix has stepped up. Buyback from Excalibur will force them to back a little bit. They take 1 tier 4, Rajix trying to lead in for a catch on a Piranha, but Piranha moves straight away into Excalibur. The duel comes out for Excalibur. He's so low, pop the Yules, but BKB is still on cooldown. Excalibur will fall yet again. GG is called as Ghost Frogs will close up this game 1.